12 million people are affected by this severe drought and this famine. 600 or more thousand children are acutely malnourished. This is really like teetering on the brink of life and death. The center of this crisis is the Horn of Africa. This is Somalia and Ethiopia and Kenya are the three main countries involved here. Where it's worst right now is in Somalia. This is the most significant humanitarian crisis in the world today. The largest refugee camp in the world is growing day by day because of people who are escaping their country because of instability and just a simple lack of food and water. This happens family by family. One mom and dad waking up in the morning and realizing there's nothing left and they have to go. These families are setting out on a road trip, usually on foot, and they're doing it in the most hazardous environment you can imagine. They're at risk of wild animals, banditry, people who don't wish them well, and it's scary. One family really stands out in my mind that is a reflection on what's really happening. They have a son about 3 years old as my daughter, who became so desperate that he ate dirt just to have something in his belly. This is what parents have to deal with in the middle of nowhere, where their child dies. There is an incredible need in this very large refugee complex in Dadaab, Kenya. And many organizations are there, and the need is just going to grow. But what we're trying to do is help people before they get there. To be in these border communities in Kenya and also in Somalia, to try to keep them in communities to where they'll have a better shot at actually living a life that could be sustained. We're able to have a response that includes the basics of life, like food and water, and also medical support, and help these severely malnourished families and children, especially the very vulnerable children, and truly save their lives. If we consider these people as human beings, as men, women, children, who are made in the likeness of Christ, we might think a little bit differently about turning away and ignoring their cries for help, and realize that as a human being who has the means to do something, we should feel called to do something. When I see children that have had to face the realities of hunger, it's like they're not even there. But once you give a child the basics of life, food and water, it's like their life comes back into them. It's that simple. We know that we can make a difference, short-term and long-term, in seeing these people's lives transform. We plan to be there to see this through.